Hey guys, Brad Pryor here with Grit Brandon, hanging out today at the NCHA World Futurity 2024. Here with Colt. Colt, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Just excited to watch these finals.
A little stressed out?
Yeah, no, not really. I'm just excited. It's good cutting. Since I didn't make it, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy and take in all experience, watch the good trainers and the horses, and, you know, maybe learn a little bit tonight. I imagine I do.
Yes, sir. So where are you currently working?
Don Benuelos.
Cool.
Yep.
That's a quite the thing. A lot
Yeah.
of. I've been over there for some pre-works and stuff, and it's pretty busy.
A lot of moving parts.
Yes, sir.
A lot of moving parts.
Yes, sir. And so how many assistant trainers are there?
So there's me, Cooper Clark. I wouldn't say Ascension is the assistant. He may be the most important part of our whole thing. Jesse just got there this year, Lennox. And then you got Tongi and Chuck, our 2-year-old guys. I mean, I bet there's 5 or 6.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a lot. So how many lopers does it take to facilitate that?
I'd say we have about 5 or 6 lopers, too. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot to organize and be involved in.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So describe your day-to-day interaction.
So we just wake up and it was like a family kind of. We just get up and work horses and, like I'll wake up and me and Cooper usually get the cows up and get everything set up and start working. And when everybody gets, the rest of them get there, it'll just fall into place and I'll turn back and work a horse, turn back, work a horse kind of deal. Like a bunch of fun just working horses and being with people that are just like your family.
Sure. So what time do y'all's day start?
Like I'll try to start like around 4 to 5 most times. So there's so many trainers, we have to kind of like have blocks, which are time periods we can come in and, work our majority of our horses. And, then maybe Jesse will come in or maybe a Dawn will come in. But I try to start the first one because I'm the youngest, really, and try to, not because they're old and they can't get up, just because it's the totem pole. They need, they get more sleep.
Right.
I got to work a little harder, and then I'll try to stay there all day and help Jesse get worked, then help Dawn get worked and Cinch get worked. Like after I work my horses too, just
Right.
to not really for them, more for me, just to see how much knowledge I can learn that day.
Do you have a lot of interaction with the clients themselves?
Well, yeah, I have my own outside personal clients that have been amazing through the journey, like. And then Dawn's also, a little bit. I try to, do whatever they need me to do,
Sure.
and what Dawn asked me to do for them.
How did you get involved in the cutting industry?
Well, my granddad originally was training, and my dad trained too in Florida. My brother also trains now, so I'm third generation, and I've been ate up with it since I was little. Like other kids be playing, I'd be sitting up on the fence watching somebody work a horse or the open cutting or whatever I needed to do.
Right.
You know.
Right. So you grew up in Florida?
Grew up in Florida, yes, sir.
So talk about your childhood a little bit. How it all.
So I showed probably my first cutter when I was 5. We moved a few times. That being a trainer down there, it's hard. We didn't own our own place, so we moved around quite a bit. And I showed in the youth. I was fortunate enough, parents didn't have much money, but they did what they could do to, let me show a lot. I've been fortunate enough to win the world a couple times in the youth, be reserve. A lot of cool stuff. And then when I was 16, I moved out. My mom passed away when I was 14, and I moved out here when I was 17 to work for Paul Hansma, and then just on from there. Finished high school when I was out here on my own, and kind of did that, and just always knew I wanted to be out here, so I just got an early start on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. I didn't know that about you. So what is your grit about you that makes you get up early in the morning and do your thing?
I love it. There ain't nothing I'd rather not eat if for a week if they told me I had to be in this thing. I'd rather I don't have to sleep if they tell me I can, be on a cutting horse. Like, I'd rather be on a cutting horse more than anything. It's fun to me, so I don't even have to, a lot of people say grind it out, work it out. No, it's all fun. If I work 45 horses a day, I'm still having fun. I may be tired by the end of it, but I'm still thinking about how I can make them better the next day, or what I should do the next day on each horse. It's just fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. So I hear this a lot from cowboys, is that, some would rather feed their horse than feed themselves.
Yes, sir.
That's a true statement to me.
Yeah, it's very true. Like, to me, horses are my life. Without the horse, I have nothing.
Right.
And if I can do whatever I can do for the horse to keep it healthy, feeling good, whatever I got to do, the horse comes first. Like, I tell owners that, what they want and what the horse wants sometimes aren't the same thing, so I have to do what the owner wants a lot of the time, but the horse comes first. And I really have a lot of owners that respect the horse enough as me right now to put the horse first, and when owners do that, it speaks a lot for them. And I hope to carry on the relationship with them kind of people for the rest of my life, that know I'm going to pick the horse over myself and over anybody else every time.
Right. You have clients at the show?
I have a few, but not personal clients. Like, I have a couple horses that, like, the Quirks will show that Dawn lets me ride and stuff, and I really enjoy that part of it. I didn't, everybody talks. There's a lot of these trainers that, just want to ride open horses, and I kind of get a certain kind of, like, joy myself, victory, and, like, them doing good. Like, I like seeing it. Like, I train that horse for somebody else to go do good on, and it took care of whoever it is, or they could go show it just as good as me. Whatever it is, I enjoy watching that process unfold.
Right. I think that's a valuable thing too, as trainers, just working with some of the owners to get them to show. To me, it just keeps them involved.
Well, at the end of the day, we're in it for fun. You better be in it for fun, or you're going to be very miserable and hard to be around. But they're definitely in it for fun.
Right.
So I think, definitely show. Like, that's what you're in it for. Like, some people, if you want to own an open horse, cool, stay off of it. If you enjoy that and you enjoy watching, power to you. Like, but if you want to show, let's go show. Too. Let's have fun. This is a fun sport. Let's have fun.
Yeah, that's a common thing that a lot of people that we've talked about on these podcasts is, money's just a tool. If you don't love your work or love what you do for money,
yes,
you'll be miserable. That's a key thing you said a while ago. You just can't. And this is everything that y'all do is not easy stuff. It's not just something the normal Joe walks out and does, but y'all enjoy it.
Yes, like, we have 100 horses out of Dawn's in training. There's a lot of trainers, like, the misconception of, oh, if you guys got 120 or 100 in training, ain't no way you're riding all of them. Well, no, that's not all true. There's so many good assistant trainers that Dawn's put in place, so a horse has all the valuable time they need. We're not just jumping off of one horse and get on the next, like, oh, that's going to have to do today. No, like, we need to spend 30 minutes to an hour going to walk outside. We've done it. We do it. So I think it's a big deal to realize all that,
Right. You have a favorite horse that you like?
Or
bloodline where you don't have to get...
I do. I have, a couple of older horses that stick out in the youth and stuff, but my favorite horse of all time is probably Playful Smooth Talker. He kind of, he took me from a kid that just gave up his card to, I'm still a kid that is just became a trainer a few years ago, but he took me to the next level when I trained him and showed him here at the Maturity, and I won the limited intermediate, made the open finals, had another horse that year, and he kind of, like, it made me show that horse better. Like, that horse, he done so much for me. Like, he took me from winning 190,000 to now 2 years later I've won almost $1 million, and he's won 300 of it almost. And he's, that horse, he's done more for me and my wife than, a $5,100 purchase turning into a horse that's won 300,000. And I gained an awesome relationship with the Dawn because of him. I gained an awesome relationship with the Quirks because of him. And the journey I had training with Russ Westfall, the Westfalls, when I worked for them, like, that horse made me who I am today. And he's probably my best friend besides my wife, honestly. Like, he's pretty awesome. And another one I say would be Storyteller. He helped me a lot too with the same things. He was one of them horses that once in a lifetime to kind of get to sit on, like, and Gail and Adon having me show him, and getting third in the Super Stakes and stuff like that, in the Big Open. And not many kids my age get to experience a horse like that,
Right.
And I've been pretty blessed throughout a lot of good horses, but them are the two that kind of just stick out to me, and they're my friends.
Sure. How old are you?
24.
24. You've had a lot done on a young age so far.
Well, I've been, pretty blessed, like, from coming out here with a few $100s in my pocket and an old beat up 734 to now, I've been blessed. Horses have blessed me,
Right.
God's blessed me, Losing my mom was one of the toughest things ever, and I feel like she's looking over me, and God's looking over me and put in places, and I'm just trying to listen the best I can to what He's telling me, and what if it's her, him, or he's using her. Like, I cannot believe the stuff that I've got to accomplish at such a young age, and from where I came from to where I am now in just a short amount of time it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
it's really cool.
Nothing to do with me. I mean, we work hard, but God gave me the abilities to work hard and gave me the opportunities to work for,
Right. How long have you been married?
A year and a half now.
Awesome. Any kiddos?
Nope. Kids. I'd really would like to, own my own place and be set up where, I can, my dad and my granddad's dad, I know they all try to do better for one another, and I want to do better for my kids. Then I don't, like, that's just kind of how it goes. I feel like, I would like my kid to work for everything they got, but I wouldn't like to say no because I had to.
Right.
And my parents gave up a lot of stuff and didn't say no and put themselves in binds. I want to be able to say yes when they deserve it, and do things possible for them.
Right.
And have a stable home.
Right. If you had to talk to an 18-year-old or talk to yourself as 18 years old, what would you advise to them?
Well, I would say trust God. Like, really trust God. Trust the journey. Like, if you really work hard, have faith, and just put your head down and work, and don't care what anybody says, don't pay attention to any of that stuff. The only judgment that matters is God. So when you're working, you believe in God, have all that, there's nothing standing in your way. And another thing that I hope, if I was talking to a kid, I would say is your name's everything you got. So make sure that you think it through, you ask God, and you try to do the right thing by everybody. Because, rather it's Moore being my last name, or Colt, or William, it's my real name, William Moore, Colt Moore, when they bring that name up, I want people to go, that kid did right by me in this situation. I don't know that kid, but he looks like somebody that I wouldn't mind being around.
Right.
Yeah.
And that becomes even more important, when you raise kids too, because everything you do is a mark on them too.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
So I like your style, thinking that way before you even have kids, because that's when it really challenges of doing right, because they watch everything. So,
yes, sir.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. Good luck to yourself, and I know you got a lot to do. It's getting close to time, so
Yeah.
But it's good talking to you.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care.
Thank you.
Each and every Tuesday, catch a new episode of Grit Branded as we dive into stories from all walks of life in the hopes of you discovering what your grit is.